Hello and welcome back with another character data file. Today we're going to talk about Lieutenant Joseph Carey from Star Trek Voyager. Joseph Carey was originally assigned to the USS Voyager as an assistant engineer, so the assistant to the main chief engineer. In 2371, the Voyager ended up in the Delta Quadrant. Because of this accident, the chief engineer of the Voyager died, and Lieutenant Carey was the second in command, let's say, who actually could have been taken over the engineering as the main engineer.
Just remember, Torres, I'm the senior officer and I speak for engineering.
But obviously with the Maquis and the Starfleet crew together joined in the USS Voyager, Chakotay and Captain Janeway had an argument between Carey and B'Elanna Torres. Chakotay insisted B'Elanna Torres will be a better fit as an engineer because of her knowledge. Lieutenant Carey was a Starfleet graduate, and in terms of the line, he could have been the next engineer, and Janeway actually preferred him.
When you decided to call Torres in engineering?
I've worked with her. I know what she's capable of. We needed an answer right away, and I knew she could give us one.
Carey is the senior officer in engineering.
At this point, there was a lot of argument between B'Elanna and Lieutenant Carey. They put aside their disagreement, and Carey basically became a valuable member in B'Elanna's team. Although this change and this transition wasn't really easy for Carey, because he really being the next in line to become the chief engineer.
Captain, I accepted your decision. I've worked as hard as I can to make myself a valuable member of Lieutenant Torres' team.
For him, it was really hard to actually reconciliate himself and adjust to the situation, just to fit to the team of B'Elanna.
I hope that I can depend on you.
I assure you, you'll never get less than my best.
In the episode Prime Factors, Carey basically returns along Seska. Basically, they made contact with the race called the Sicarians. The Sicarians had a technology called the Folded Space Transporter, and they wanted to exchange that technology over the Federation library. They've been caught by Tuvok, and surprisingly enough, Tuvok was the one actually who made the trade, causing a little bit of a trouble for himself. Carey returns as a part of an away team in the episode State of Flux. In this episode, he found an apple tree, and he was so proud he found this apple, and he wanted to share his experience with Neelix. So Neelix pointed out, you shouldn't eat it because you're gonna die.
One bite'll kill you. Puff you up like a bake-hole fish.
While they were on the planet, someone traded Federation technology with the Kazons. So as it turned out later in the episode, it was Seska, and she tried to frame Lieutenant Carey over her crime. Although Carey was innocent from the beginning, it was really sad actually to see his position.
Look, I'm not saying she did anything wrong, but I didn't either.
I'd like to believe you, Mr. Carey. I'm going to have to restrict you to quarters.
Carey basically been locked away to his quarter till they freed up every accusation against him. Obviously later in this episode we find out that was actually Seska, and you know, Carey got back to his normal life. The interesting part of Lieutenant Carey, from this point he disappears from the screen. We didn't even see him on board the Voyager for at least for a good 4 or 5 years. In season 1 he was there for a couple of episodes, basically for 4 episodes, and in season 7 he came back as himself in the episode Friendship 1 when this Federation probe caused a problem in one of the planets in grid 310. Basically Carey and a few other crew members from the Voyager being captured by these people who lived in that planet. Those people wanted to relocate from the planet because what the Federation caused with this probe, but Janeway suggested as a good sign of will, return one of the hostage and I will give you some medical supplies and food. And the first person actually who went back aboard the USS Voyager was Lieutenant Carey. Although just before he been back, he been shot by Vervin, and he basically beamed up to the ship and he was dead.
They've killed Lieutenant Carey.
So he got a shot in his heart and he basically died in 2378, so the last season in Voyager. Poor guy basically appeared in a couple of episodes in the beginning. He had a conflict with B'Elanna and, you know, not getting the main engineering position. Then he found the poisonous apple, then he'd been accused to trading technology with the Kazons, and then he died. So poor guy, honestly. The character played by Josh Clark, he previously appeared in the Star Trek The Next Generation episode Justice as a bridge officer. Well, he wasn't really a bridge officer, he was just a tactical officer in gold. He appeared in that episode, but we only remember him as the crew member of the Voyager. I kind of liked his character. He was like a casual guy, but he had a story as well because of the struggle that he went through in that 7 episode that we actually seen him. I know he's not really a big character, but he's still still a memorable member of the crew of the Star Trek Voyager. He was a cool character. I really like the aspect, as not everyone gets the best and happy ending story in Star Trek.
Carey spent months working on it. He used to joke that it wouldn't be finished by the time we got back to Earth.
He only had one nacelle to go.
So let me know in the comment section below what you think about Joseph Carey as a character from Star Trek Voyager. For me, he will be always the almost engineer. As always, thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and share the video, and don't forget to subscribe to receive all the geekiness twice a week. And until next time, live long and prosper.